Hey guys, we gotta talk about this Immortals Fenyx Rising game. Hey, what's really good people? Tech Jamo. If it's your first time to the channel, make sure you hit the subscribe, hit the like, and hit that notification bell to support the channel thoroughly. Anyway, Immortals Fenyx Rising. Never heard of the game before. Apparently it used to be called Gods and Monsters. Now let's deep the story first. You're in ancient Greek times, yeah? Hercules, Zeus, Hades, all them man there, they're all present in it. In fact, there's some kind of war going on against the good gods and the bad gods. And obviously the bad gods murk off all the good gods and they start murking off the people on the, I was gonna say the UK, on the planet, innit? So they start turning people into stone. I think it's like a Medusa thing, you know them ones there, fam? You're gonna go back to the good gods, innit? Now, your whole team get murk off, you're obviously still alive, and now you're walking around trying to sort things out, trying to see what you can do to make things right, because obviously your whole family got turned into stone. Your neighbor's sister, your granddad, your uncle, they're all turned into stone, innit? Now, towards the start of the game, you bump into this brother. You realize that the brother is actually a god, and he is trying to get all the good gods back together to go back the evil beef. However, it's not that simple, because once you find the good gods, they got messed up in a different way. Because they're immortals and they can't be killed, the bad gods has turned them into random objects or random animals so that they can't back the beef again. For example, the god of war has been turned into a chicken. With this knowledge in mind now, you team up with the one good god that's still alive and you embark on a journey to free all the other gods and return them to their normal forms. Now, gameplay. To cut a long story short, the game plays exactly like Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild. The gliding, the running, the combat, the making food, crafting, climbing any wall and any mountain kind of thing, all of that from Zelda is in this game. Now, I don't mind that because I love Breath of the Wild, so automatically I love the mechanics of this game and how the game works, how the game feels kind of thing. It's an open world game. There's lots of different quests. Some of the quests give you power-ups that you can cash in to power up your weapons, power up your armor, give yourself new abilities to defeat other enemies kind of thing. The map is wham, and every area's got a different kind of feel to it. There's obviously grassy areas, there's snowy areas, there's lava areas, there's areas where there's just no grass and there's nothing, no life, and everything is just dead. Bare different areas in the game, and they've all got their different missions. Now, there's not many NPCs. Obviously, the good gods are a lot of NPCs that will give you quests to do, but there's not a lot of random people that you will do quests for. The combat is legit, but I feel the button layout is a bit mad. R1 and R2 are for light attack and heavy attack retrospectively kind of thing. Now, that's okay, but for me personally, I'm so used to having square and triangle or X and Y for attacking, you know, light attack, heavy attack, that I keep accidentally pressing X and then it makes me dash and then, yeah, it's all mad. The control scheme needs a bit of work, but the actual gameplay mechanics and what they've tried to do, spot on. There's also tons of different enemy types. Like your normal foot soldiers, you got your three-headed lions, you know, all them Medusa things, Medusa slugs, all them Greek mythology things, they're all in here and they're all looking to wrap you, fam. They've even got normal animals like bears, lions, I think, horses, and then just like in Horizon Zero Dawn, they've got the evil versions of them as well, which have a kind of red hue to them. So you can tell that they're evil and that they will come to murk you off, whereas the normal animals, they'll just see you and let you do your thing. And it's also got the puzzle solving element of Zelda Breath of the Wild as well. So like how you had all the shrines in Zelda, you've got all these pits in this game where you have to go down, solve some puzzles, and you get you get lots of items and stuff like that. You get this thing called a Zeus lightning thing, which helps you increase your health if you get 8 of them at a time kind of thing. So kind of like the pieces of heart on Zelda. Now, I started off the game on hard. It was all right at the start, but once I got past that prologue bit, it had become peak. It's at the point where I'll look at an enemy in the distance and I'll kind of be like, do I want to beef that person or do I want to go around them kind of thing? And your stamina has to come into it. The weapons that you've got available at the moment have to come into it. All that needs to be judged before you just jump into beef, fam, because boy, it can end very quickly. Now, presentation-wise, graphics, it's okay. It kind of reminds me of Legend of Zelda, like I said. The graphics are all right. I guess because I'm playing it on PC, I expect a little bit more, but because this title is also being ported to the Nintendo Switch, I can see why the graphics are not too crazy. Like, there's not a lot of motion blur, there's not a lot of crazy other PC graphical stuff that usually goes on in the background. It's a very easy to run game, and I'm sure it would run on a much lesser graphics card than what I'm using at the moment, which is cool because it's easy to bump it up to 4K. It's easy to bump up the frames per second to like 120 frames per second kind of thing. Not that you really need that with this game. It looks perfectly sick in 60. Fam, it's very well optimized and the graphics are decent. They're just not crazy like how I would say Watch Dogs looks. I also got to shout out Ubisoft for the dope fighting animations that the characters go through when they're beefing, like the counter animation, the fighting animation, even the landing animations, all the animations when climbing and stuff like that, they look very fluid. However, when I first started playing the game, I felt like the run that the character does kind of looks like the character's just floating. I don't feel like there's real gravity in the character's steps on the ground kind of thing. And that was the only issue I had. But every other piece of animation work was decent. Now talking about the sound. Sound is also one of them things that was okay for me. Like, I used headphones, I got that surround sound kind of thing, that effect, and I was like, yeah, this is cool, this is dope. Nothing crazy though. It's exactly what you would expect from a game, to be honest. The sound does what it needs to do, but it doesn't do anything more than that kind of thing, so I'm all good with that. The voice acting is also quite decent as well. Like, all the characters have really good accents, very strong voices, and you can really tell their personalities in the way they're speaking kind of thing.
There's nothing to worry about. If I had wanted to hurt you, I could just as easily come and stab you back there.
True that. So, I'm going to go.
Phoenix.
Unique name. Appreciate the assistance, Phoenix. Nice bracelets.
My only issue isn't really with the quality of the voice acting, but with the story writing itself. It's very cheesy, very for children. So yeah guys, in conclusion, I feel like saying that this is just a little gap game before the next Breath of the Wild 2 comes out is selling it way too short. This game stands on its own. As far as I'm concerned, I've been banging it. Like, it got to the point where I was banging it, I forgot to even press record. I was banging it for my own joy. Most of these games, I'm just getting it like, let me just get this review done. But man was actually playing this game, and I was like, do you know what, this is lit. But yeah guys, that's what Man is saying about the game, innit? Let me know what you guys think in the comment section below. Like, comment, subscribe, all that. Catch you in the next thing. Bless.